Welcome back to Nintagious Many Motorways. It's not a new day or anything, so we're just going to hop into Wellington to go for that coveted 1,000 trip score. Victory, if you will. This is the same recording session as the last two episodes, so that's why we don't have a new daily or anything. But I wanted to play some more. Can't be stopped. It's as simple as that. Eventually, I'll probably have like multiple playthroughs I'm doing, so that I can just be like, I'll do one of this. But for now, this is about all I've got going on. I do believe it's a new week in the context of Nintendo Switch Sports. That's not going to be a playthrough. I don't think it would make a very good one, especially because for the solo playthrough, or not solo playthroughs, but the off-stream playthroughs, I don't have the camera on or anything. And even with the stream setup for something like that, I don't think it would be great. I guess because I'm gonna be real, I'm lazy. So I probably would not adjust the camera for those streams. I'd probably just be like, yeah, you're gonna have a shitty view of what's happening. That's just kind of the reality of the situation. Like, I deal with it. Which is why I don't stream it, to be fair. But I probably will put in some time playing that tonight once I'm done with this. This will probably be the last episode for the night. I'm feeling, I actually stopped since the previous episode. When I finished that, I decided to go get a snack and just kind of relax for a little bit. And I wanted to evaluate what are my energy levels like. And, a little bit lower. Like, I'm maybe getting to a point already where I'm like, I don't know if I necessarily want to do any more recording, but I still had enough that I was still, like, bouncing a bit. Humming random Sonic music and stuff like that. So I still had enough that I was like, yeah, let's do one more. Speed me up, by the way. This one, similar to the last one, is going to have... well, the last one didn't have any rivers, right? I think it was only mountains. So we only had tunnels. This one's going to have tunnels and bridges, which might suck. That might just be ass. This is ass, I can tell you that much. Can confirm this is ass. We can make it work, though. This is fine. I think we're gonna have to pivot. I think apparently they only just added night mode when the Switch version came out. I think we're gonna have to turn it on for this one because it's gonna make the roads easier to see for when I'm editing them. This is one of those levels that I've mentioned before where the roads in... I prefer day mode because it's a little bit more colorful, but the roads when they're pure white like that and you're editing them, you kind of can't... You can't see very well. So we're gonna have to pivot off of that really quick. I'll take the traffic lights as a just in case. With what we're looking at the moment, we don't really have the room to put a roundabout in anywhere anyway, so... Not really valuing that. I'm really starting to realize, which at this point I probably should have figured out a long time ago. I've been playing the game for... God, how long? 35 hours or more? More than Switch Sports, which is, like, a little telling. I probably should have figured it out a long time ago. But, I think the roundabouts are quite good. It's just that they're so large that there's not a lot of situations you can actually use them in, is the problem. Speed me up, by the way. I wish that was just always unfolded, to be honest. I think I've said that before, but I'm gonna say it again. Which is a very minor reason for why I wish it was, and that's basically just because I think it would be good for the viewer. Because you'd be able to see that I have it on a different time setting. Whereas if it's not unfolded, you kind of can't tell, aside from just, hey, look, the cars are moving faster than usual, aren't they? As per usual, this is ass. I really hate it when they put two facilities this close to one another. 100% garbage. And they're in a position where I can't really avoid them intersecting. So this is just, I hate everything about this. The only thing that I can appreciate is the fact, well, I can't say this yet, but if we can stop anything else from having to intersect in there, I think I can live with it. Let's put it that way. If we have to intersect something else into that, I'm not going to be happy about it. Which, jinxing it in 3, 2, 1, we're going to see a red house spawn, like, here. And then I'm going to have to figure out how to connect it up here. Or red facility, either or. Speed me up a little bit. Go ahead. Let me have it. Do your worst. I'm gonna take another tunnel, so that we have it. Coincidentally, if anything red spawns down here, that's probably how we're gonna fix it, is with the tunnel through this mountain. That's basically what I said, except the exact opposite. Or rather, like, just completely flipped. Like, this is more or less exactly what I just said. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little road around there, I think. I don't love it, but I'd prefer to keep things separate. I could just... Do I want to just push it through here? Maybe that's the smarter thing to do, because it's gonna take a lot less. This took like 20 road tiles. Maybe I should just connect it through here and then just connect it here. My gut says I shouldn't. And maybe that's why I think I should. Why did I turn the road that way? I'm not sure what it is. Let's turn it both ways. They gotta go both ways. Do they even need the straightaway? I don't think they do. So we can just let that one go. I guess we're still gonna have to put a tunnel over here. Let's not. I'm just gonna connect it like this instead. I'm gonna save the tunnel. I have a habit of, and now I'm kind of wishing that I would have used the tunnel instead of letting that house spawn there. I maybe have a habit of looking at things like tunnels and bridges, and sometimes motorways, where I'll try to think of, like, how would this look cool? Like, if I were a person down here on this road, driving, would it be cool to be... It'd be way cooler to go through a tunnel, right? Than it would be to go all the way around here. That'd be super neat, unless you're afraid of tunnels. Some people are. But I should probably save things like tunnels in case something bad happens that I have to fix in, like, a rush. I should save them to be problem solvers instead of using them just because, like, oh, I have a tunnel, I should probably use it here. And it will look cool. Fuck this. Is what I'm gonna go with. Fuck this. Oh, boy. Wish I had a bridge. Although I'd have to use a lot of road tiles to make that work, so that wouldn't necessarily be a great solution. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to take that out and just connect that there. We can kind of divide the yellows up, I think. It would help if I also did this. I don't like it. You can probably expect that. That's a lot of traffic going through one area, and yep, not a fan. One thing that I think I'm going to do as soon as this next turn comes around. We're going to take another tunnel and the tiles. Okay, I think what we're going to do, now that we have some buffer, I could have done this before this. Like, I could have just done this originally, but I wanted to have some extra tiles. I don't want to exhaust all of my resources to fix one problem, because then we've talked about this before, right? You exhaust all of your resources to fix one problem that's been festering for a while, and then, you know, another problem immediately surfaces. So I wanted to wait until I got a little bit of buffer there. Double whammy, I got some road tiles and a tunnel, so this is great. I have a little bit of buffer in both directions. We're gonna connect this around here, and then we're just gonna put a tunnel here somewhere. Here, I guess. I don't completely love it, but I wouldn't say I hate it. A lot of the OCD struggle is just acknowledging when you hate something and acknowledging when you don't like it, but you can live with it. And that's what this is. I don't hate this. Don't like it either, but I can live with it. It's kind of funny, because, like, I feel like if you were introduced to the channel through this playthrough, you probably think that I bring up and talk about OCD a lot, right? But I kind of don't. It's just that this playthrough in particular, this game in particular, kind of brings it out. I think anyone who plays games like this, I think it's a bit of a stretch to consider this like a city management game, because you're not managing the city itself, you're just managing the traffic, the roads. But still, people who play games like this are probably going to get it. Like, you have like little things that bother you, right? And you'd prefer to not construct a city in that way. And that can be for a multitude of reasons. So as a result, like, there's probably some things that I'm okay with that some of you might be watching and going, I fucking hate how he does this. Whereas it might be completely flipped if you were to create content, or if you do create content and I were to find it and watch it, and there might be things that you do that don't bother you at all, but I'll see it and I'll be like, I hate this. There have been a couple of moments where I've almost been like, I need to just stop this run because that bothers me so much that I just want out. Like, it's almost happened a couple of times. This is terrible. This is gonna take, like, all of our road tiles. I hate this. On one hand, that tunnel is back there pretty conveniently, so at least connecting it isn't the worst thing in the world, but I hate how many road tiles I had to use. I kind of wish they wouldn't spawn things that far away from one another, because that's just so... I've mentioned in a previous episode that it's like, it doesn't check, they don't check to see how many road tiles you have. We gotta take the 40. They just check to see if you have road tiles. It's just a true or false. Do you have road tiles or do you not have road tiles? And if you have 2 road tiles, they're like, that counts. Those are road tiles. You have road tiles. So we can expect you to spend like 40 of them in one go, right? I mean, why not? You have road tiles. We just ran the check, and we can confirm you have road tiles. Except, to a point, this game probably doesn't care if you actually have road tiles or not, come to think of it. They probably just look at it as, you should have road tiles, and if you don't, that's your fault. Which, you know, part of the game is resource management, and the road tiles are a resource, so I'm not saying that's incorrect. Speed me up a little, by the way. Let's keep it moving. That's fine. I would like a bridge, please. BTW? No, I said bridge. I said I'd like a bridge, not I'd like another reason to have a bridge. You fuck. My plan is, if we can get a bridge, then I'm going to connect it like here and go up here, right through here, and then we'll connect it to both of these blue facilities, and then the red facility can connect down here, completely unobstructed. We can separate those two entirely. We just need a bridge to do it. Right? Yeah. Just making sure that wasn't actually a mountain, and that I'm not crazy. No, that's water. That's water, all right. On night mode, they kind of look the same. A little bit. They're the same color, is more or less what I'm getting at. If you play it on day mode, the water, I think, is always blue, and then the mountains are, like, depends on the map. This is totally fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and connect that simply like that. We don't need anything fancy there. Continued, that's still fine. No problems. I'm just gonna take the 40 road tiles, baby. I would have really liked a bridge, but I'm just gonna take the road tiles. It's fine. Don't really need the traffic lights. I hate that. It's just those little moments of overlap that drive me fucking bonkers. Look how, like, neat and organized all of this is. And then you just have this one house that's, like, its roof is sticking out a little corner over the road. It's like, why? I dislike it very much. I also dislike that the mountain over here is, like, overlapping this house, and same thing down here. Just little moments, but those are things where I'm like, well, I could choose to let those ruin my day, right? And just be like, I hate this so much that I'm gonna have to stop playing the game because I hate looking at it. But then, like, then I don't get to play the game. This is what it comes down to. That's how I manage to deal with it. Sure, I hate it. Every time my eyes move in one of those directions, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a shitty thing that's over there that I can't fucking stand looking at. But, I just gotta kind of let it be. We're just gonna do this. You can't make me connect that diagonally. You might think that you can, but you can't. So there. I'm also not going to use a tunnel for it. That would be stupid. I'd like a bridge. By the way, can I get bridges? I'd like to have a bridge. I think I need to crack my drink open. I should have done that in the early moments before things got intense. Now things are starting to get intense. I should have been prepared. I fucking hate you. No, I won't do it. I won't do it. You can't make me. Why would you? Let it ride. Let it ride. I'd really like a bridge. These houses aren't helping anybody. Neither is that. What the fuck is going on all of a sudden? This was going pretty well, and then the game just decided, like, fuck. What is happening? We hit, like, 300, and they were like, the power dampeners are coming off. What the fuck, dude? Okay. We're gonna have to connect this here. And connect this up here, I guess. I don't like it. But we also don't have any motorways, so there's no other way to connect that at the moment. And a motorway might be spotty because of this mountain on top of that. It might not work very well. Coincidentally, a motorway over here, if we can't get a bridge, would also work. This is kind of a long-term project. I don't want to forget about this little, like, this nasty knot of roads. I'd like to fix that eventually. It's just not in the cards right now. Could we stop spawning greenhouses down there? Could you stop being, like, such an asshole that I can't think of a word that describes you that I'm allowed to say on stream or would be comfortable saying? Like, what is this? I guess I should just connect them over here? Boy, howdy, you guessed it. I fucking hate that, but what choice do I have? I guess? They're just gonna keep spawning more houses until there's gonna be, like, nothing but houses here, and there's not gonna be room to create the road at all. So I'm gonna have to do something about it. Same with these motherfucks over here. Like, these are gonna have to be addressed. I guess I'm gonna stick a little road here. And then do this. Just to get them integrated into society. What the fuck? Okay, that can just connect there. That's fine. That's actually not that big of a deal. I forgot about that facility over on the left. God, they're just trying their damnedest to spawn these in ways that are going to make me angry. And I don't appreciate it, is what it comes down to. This run was going so well, and then, like I said, we hit, like, the 300 mark, and they were just like, okay, let's fuck with this guy. The gloves are off. You've got to be shitting me right now. What is happening? I swear, it's like the game's algorithm has, like, a fuck you mode. Where it'll just be like, nope, that's it. Fuck this guy. Okay, we're gonna just... No, not those. Oh, great, you're great. They were dispatched. You hate to see it. I was hoping I could, like, reuse those roads really quick. Can I reuse any of these? Most of them. One of these houses was dispatched, but that's something. It actually gave me 8 tiles to work with. It's not bad. Oh, boy. These commutes are garbage, too, let me tell you. Alright, so I'm reevaluating this intersection really quick. Give me a second. It does have to go straight. One of those could be helpful. And one of those could be helpful. But it does still need the straight angle there. And I'm still only just assuming that these help to keep... What was that cream asshole doing? What's that other cream asshole doing? What the fuck? I only assume that helps traffic to not get congested, because they don't have to stop. Yeah, we can keep it going. It's fine. There's another house down here. Stop. I was going to reconnect these greenhouses, but I guess that's going to have to wait. I can't with this. Okay. I'm actually going to take all of this back for a second. Unfortunately, one of those houses was just dispatched, so that's bad. I'm not going to get that tunnel back for, oh my God, for a while. Speed me up a little bit. Fuck it. Both to get me to the end of the week a little bit faster. Hey, let's put a greenhouse over there just to fuck with you. Why not? Why not? And he actually left his house. Oh, yeah, because he could technically get down around here to get to this facility. What can you do? Alright, so we have that bridge back. I can't immediately, like... we can maybe make this work, actually. Oh, no. The screen doesn't go that far down. Shit. I was gonna take this tunnel all the way back so that it would be one tunnel instead of two tunnels. Is the screen still zooming out? I don't think it is. I think this is like the whole map. So that just means that plan just isn't gonna work. I hate to see it. I could still sort of do what I wanted to do here. I could still sort of do what I wanted to do here. I'm gonna do this. It's not gonna be that helpful. It's not gonna be as helpful as I thought it was gonna be, but it'll be somewhat helpful. And I'm gonna have to do it in pieces. Guess what? I don't need either of these, so you can go fuck yourself. Just not interested in giving me what I actually need, huh? You just not having it? I'd say I respect it, but I don't. Fuck you. We're gonna just eat up all of that. We're gonna have to starve that facility for just a little bit. Just long enough to get that tunnel out of there. That's actually fine. Don't worry about it too much yet, though. Waiting for this facility to, or not the facility, but the tunnel to die. It should as soon as this guy goes through there. We're gonna pause it. Do one of these. Now blue guy can be attached up there. Red guy still has no reason to be there. He's just there to be a nuisance. He's just there to be like, haha, look at what I did. I built a house where I had no business building a house. we can just reconnect all of those. Oh, now the map is down far enough. Son of a bitch. Okay. Can I have this back, please? And thank you. We got this. I'm trying to learn from... Was that the last episode in which I was like, oh, sometimes it pays to just completely rip something apart and reconstruct it? Son of a bitch. Okay, now we're only using one tunnel. Okay. Do I need that extra tunnel at the moment? No, but now I have it in case I do need it. And sometimes I think that's a smart play. What else do we need to connect here? I think everything else is connected except for this ass, which just has no reason to be here. And if I connect him, it's probably just going to be a problem because he's just going to add to all of this congestion. And I'd rather not. I'd rather not. I will, however, point him upward in a hopeful attempt that to kind of help control where stuff is going to spawn down there. No matter where it spawns, it's probably going to be bad and I'm going to hate it, but, you know, whatever. I'm going to move these guys over here. I think I'd actually connect them down here. How do I want to do that? I kind of don't want to use a tunnel just to create another road over here. That seems really dumb. But on the other hand... I don't have enough road for it anyway. You love to see it. That's fine-ish. Out of all the things that have happened in this run, that's not the worst thing that could have happened. All the yellows are coming that way already anyway, so it's fine. I kind of wish though. Can I do this? How would I want to do this? I kind of want to disconnect these yellows from this road. These yellows can handle this facility on their own, no problem. So I don't want these yellows to go all the way out of the... That's just... you guessed it, more traffic. I'd rather connect these directly to these. And I think I can do that. I don't have the road tiles at the moment. As long as, knock wood, they don't put something exactly where I don't want it to be. Which is probably what they're gonna do, because fuck you. In fact, I see that happening in a few spots where I'm like, you better not sabotage my plans right now. All it would have to be is, like, out of all of the spaces on the map, let's just go ahead and, let's just, I don't know. Do I want to call it? Because then I'm jinxing it, right? But on the other hand, it, in a very bittersweet manner, boy does it fucking feel good when I'm like, oh, if they put a house right here, it's gonna completely fuck me, and then they do it in, like, the following 5 seconds. I can't decide if I want to, like, call it out and be like, oh boy, if they put a house here, I'm screwed, and then... Do I want to not say it? I might already be jinxing it with what I have said so far. You know what I mean? You're just gonna have to believe me then if I say, oh yeah, that's exactly what I knew they were gonna do. That house is fine, by the way. That doesn't bother me. I don't have the the roads to connect it at the moment, which sucks, but... Motorway. Oh, man, this sucks. I need the road tiles. The motorway fixes that issue in the middle of the map with the blues and the reds. We can connect the blues directly to where they need to be and disconnect the reds. I would have preferred a bridge, but I don't know if you can get bridges on this one, to be honest, because we haven't seen one yet. On the other hand, I think that middle portion of the map is doing okay. Nothing horrible has happened there so far. I think it might be smarter to take the road tiles and fix, like, all of these pending projects I have before something horrible happens. Alright, so step 1, don't destroy the bridge, you cocksucker. What are you doing? Alright, step 1. We're going to connect this directly through here before they put a house right here to fuck me over so that I can't ever do it again. We're going to connect the yellows directly. We're going to take this road out. Except now we need the road here because of that blue, the blues just spawning. That's fine. I can live with it. We're going to take this. I really want to disconnect that entirely, though, because I don't want these yellows to come all the way down here to try to help. So I want this section disconnected. Which means I'm going to have to split these blues up. I'm going to have to connect half of them to this, and then connect half of them directly to this. Because again, if I just connect them like this, yellows up here still technically have access. They will just invite themselves and be like, hey, we're going to come down and help. We don't want that. I wish I had more blues than that connected, though. Let's connect you, I guess. That's awful. It looks just hideous, but I think we're gonna have to deal with it. And then we're gonna have to... Let's just go full diagonal here. Okay. Now. Come over here. Connect you. Connect you. Connect you. As a bonus, that fills in all of that area so that no more houses will spawn. And just cause just horrible problems. One could still spawn here, but that's totally fine. As long as it's not like, you know, a yellow house or something, then that would be terrible. I would probably just ignore it, though, and be like, them's the breaks. Actually, I guess I could just connect it here, and then it could just come down over here and help here. That's not terrible. Let's see how all this pans out before... I mean, everything's addressed at the moment, so... And we still have a buffer of road tiles, which is great. Got more blue houses spawning down there. That's totally fine. That red house is now completely useless. There's also a red house up here that's completely useless because fuck you, why not? Let's just put it in there. Let's just put it in there. Yeah, traffic in this area is a little nasty. It's not that bad. I could maybe sneak in some traffic lights to try and alleviate it just a little bit. Might not be a bad idea. Finish up with that really quick. In particular, let's put a traffic light here. I think that's the big one. That's where things are getting a little congesty, as well as up here probably. We have them, and we're not going to use them for anything else. And again, these are kind of just markers to remind me that this needs to be addressed more properly. At some point... You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Look at the placement of this garbage. Look at this absolute cancer sore of a facility. What the fuck? Are you joking? By the way, this cream house should be connected there, not down there. My bad. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god. And I only have 11 road tiles. We're done. We're done. This sinks us. Unless I can come up with some way to fix this in a hurry. This is bad news. I don't have the tiles to fix this. I just don't. What an absolute punch in the nuts. I just can't. I'm dumbfounded. I have no idea. It's just gonna be a game of going around and like just clipping corners to see where I can get some road tiles back. This is a fucking joke. I do not want to delete this road, because if I do, they are 100% gonna put a house in there. So that I can't, like, ever put that road back in. So I want to say that that road is immovable. I can't do anything with that. These houses are all occupied. I can come up with, like, little things here and there to be like, oh, this will give me a house back. Ooh, a lot of these houses are not in use. Okay, there's a bunch of tiles. Alright, we might have just fixed it. This is a fucking joke. I'm gonna screenshot this really quick, by the way. Because this isn't gonna air for another 2 months. But, View, if you're watching... Oh my god. Like, that's why I'm screenshotting it. I'm gonna send it to View, because I'm gonna be like, can you believe what they just fucking threw at? Like, can you believe the location of this facility? I'm just gonna circle it with a big red circle and be like, would you look at this disrespectful bullshit? Okay. Pull it down here. It's connected. It's using way more roads than it should ever have to, but they haven't given me a single goddamn bridge. And then the joke is that we actually have to reconnect a bunch of these houses so that they can actually get up there. For now, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna connect 2 of them down there. And we'll connect this one too, because it doesn't require too many roads. Hopefully just enough for survival. We're just fighting for our lives to try and get to that coveted 1,000 point milestone. And we're very close. Also, I am 100% certain that these traffic lights actually made that traffic worse, so I'm going to take those out. Because look how much more jammed it is now, and I didn't change anything. All I did was put in the traffic lights. Like, that just 100% made it worse. So yeah, those are coming out. This house is just going to sit there and do nothing because fuck you. Sometimes with the way they spawn, it's just not even worth trying to fix them. And we made it. Okay. Now it doesn't matter what happens. We're still gonna try to figure our way out of this. This is another fuck you of a choice because motorways seem like they could be very valuable at the moment, but I also desperately need road tiles. I think in this particular instance, I'm actually gonna take the motorway, and here's why. I can take all of this out and get all of these back. Man, the game gets so laggy at this point. Like, it's mostly when you're trying to delete roads, that's when it gets, like, really laggy. And we're just gonna stick it right here, and we're gonna drag it right up here. And then we took all those other roads out, but it's fine because they still have access to the building. That should address that. Not address it, but it is a much better solution than what we were using before. What the fuck? Are you joking? Are you joking? This is... Give me my roads back, please. I need them. They're important to me. Oh my god. Man, it would be an awful shame if we put a house exactly where you don't want it to be. Episode 137. Okay, we're getting roads back. You'll love to see it. Reconnect that. I guess we're gonna... This is just disgusting and awful, and I hate everything about it. I hate what you're doing to me, what you're making me do. You know what? No, that's stupid. If I'm gonna make something that I hate to look at, I might as well just do it like that. And not use a curbillion tiles to do it. This green has no business being here. I don't think I'm going to bother trying to connect them. I didn't notice that this one popped in, by the way, so let's turn you around. This area still needs help. I don't think it's going to get help, though. I think this is the part where it's going to finally catch up with us and kill us. Like, this is the part where this whole scenario here that has needed fixing for the entire game, but they've refused to give me bridges. What city is this? Does this city just not have bridges? Is that what they were going with? They were like, there's this big pool of water here, and they don't have any bridges crossing it, so we're not going to give you any bridges? Was it meant to be authentic? Or is this just really bad RNG? I'm curious. But yeah, these are gonna end us. I think putting the traffic lights in maybe made it worse. But what was I supposed to do? Is the way I'm choosing to look at it. Yep, here it goes. There it is. But we still hit 1,000, so fuck you, whatever. Mic drop, we did it. Even pushed it a little further, just because. If they would have given us a bridge, I could have fixed that entire situation. See, that's because the last couple episodes have been frustrating for me because they've been... I see that there's gonna be a problem here, but I don't know how to fix it. In this case, I knew how to fix it. I just needed a bridge. Or a motorway, which I chose to use the motorway on the green instead, which was maybe dumb. Maybe I should have put the motorway into fixing this problem instead. So maybe that's still on me. But what, can you just not get bridges here? Like, that's painful. But we did it. Challenge mode unlocked. That's what I wanted. So we have 3 left to go. We still have to get 1,000 points in Dubai, Warsaw, and Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai got very, very close. I forgot about that, and now I'm weeping inside because that's very bitter. Like, man, we got so close and then died like right at the end. I completely forgot about that. Warsaw was also decently close. Dubai is a little scarier. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to stop with this for tonight. Of course, this is all irrelevant because you're going to see the new episode in 30 seconds. It doesn't matter. I think the next time we play this, the next episode will probably be the new daily, because by then we'll have a new daily on our hands, because it's not going to be tonight. We'll probably do that, and then get back to Dubai. I think my goal for this series, and where I'll probably draw a line and say I think I'm done, especially with recording, I might continue to play it off stream and do the dailies, or off camera and do the dailies. But I think as far as the playthrough goes, what I'm considering my completion milestone is to hit 1,000 in every city. So we have 3 of those left. We'll still do dailies too, just to, because I'm having a good time. I see no reason to let it last a little longer, coast a little, if you will. But once we hit 1,000 on these 3 cities, that'll probably be when I say, like, I'll probably at least wait until all the episodes start airing and see how the playthrough does, because at this point, there's still only been 2 episodes that have aired. So, I don't know how the playthrough is even going to go. If it goes really well, and it has a nice amount of people that are, like, watching every single episode, then maybe I'll continue doing daily stuff after that. Maybe I'll start tackling the challenge mode stuff. Of course, I've mentioned a couple times I do want to pick up Mini Metro, this game's predecessor, and try that out as well. That's probably what my goal will be after I hit 1,000, and then we can always come back if needed. But I'm still having a great time. This game is very frustrating at times because they just do not hesitate to drop to, like, I said, was it last episode, about sometimes they don't throw the monkey wrench in the gears, they throw the whole goddamn toolbox. And yeah, they don't hesitate to do that. They don't hesitate to really just say, fuck you, figure it out. And to a point, I almost respect it, but sometimes it's very, very unrelenting and insulting. But I'm still having a good time. I wouldn't still be making this is like episode 29 or something. I wouldn't still be making the episodes if I wasn't having a good time. So I hope you guys are also having a good time. Don't forget to hit the like button if you are. It helps to let me know that I should continue making this content. Other than that, that will be it for this episode. If you've made it this far and you haven't picked the game up yourself, you should. It's really cool. I really like this concept. I would like to see them do more of it, but I don't know how much you could do. Sorry, I don't know if that was loud. There was like a speck on my microphone that I decided to flick off. Because they have the metro lines one, and then this is roads. Like, what else could you do it with? I guess, make like a roller coaster one or something. That'd be kind of neat. But it makes it sound like I'm done with the playthrough. I'm definitely not. I'm just done for the night. So, as I said, that'll be it for tonight. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode, or in whatever episode you wind up watching after this. Maybe you'll find another playthrough, maybe one of those old ones that are probably really difficult to watch. But I also have, first 30 and stuff like that. Or maybe I'll see you on a stream. Until then, take it easy and take care of yourself.